It is a beautiful day here on the hilltop, ladies and gentlemen. I am Hugo Traverso, and we are going to bring you live coverage from the USF team camp. It is Cardinal Newman facing off against Bellarmine. Two juggernauts, Catholic prep schools, Bellarmine Jesuit, Cardinal Newman. They are unaffiliated, both Catholic schools. Welcome in. It is a great day on the hilltop. Miles St. Clair led off with a base hit. Colin Bone just was retired looking, and now it's going to be Makai Fagata. Fagata batting in the 3 spot for the Cardinals. He will be followed by Caden Owen. Get a lineup here in just a moment. Bellarmine's pitcher, he'll go into his windup. It's in there for a called strike. The throw is in time. St. Clair ran on that one, and he is caught stealing to start things off. So 2 down now for Makai Fagata. Fagata, promising player, lefty. He takes that one outside. Count will go 1-1. Great day here. It's about 70 degrees in the city, and they are proving Mark Twain wrong. The pitch, that's inside, nearly hits Fagata's foot. That one will bounce off the backstop. Count will go 2-1. Beautiful day here between Cardinal Newman and Bellarmine. Bellarmine going by the College Park Bells. From their area in San Jose, College Park. Great day for baseball. We'll look at Bellarmine's guys from across as Fagata fouls that one off his foot. He will hobble over. Caden Owen will pick up his bat. Fagata rocking a bomb wood bat. Cardinals using wood bats over the summer. Fagata stands back in. The pitch comes home. Fagata lines this one up the middle. It's off the pitcher's glove. Picked up by the shortstop. The throw to first. Got him. And that is 3 up, 3 down to start the Cardinals off, as Bellarmine will head back to the dugout. Didn't get full lineups yet, so we will stand by for those. It's a great day. We're going to talk a little bit about these two teams and what they've done. It's going to be Legend Haile on the bump to start things off for the Cardinals. Haile, the big lefty, basketball player and baseball player. Only a few clouds in the sky here on the hilltop, home of the University of San Francisco Dons. Haile's pitch is in the dirt to warm up. Bellarmine will get their lineup going. We'll see how things will look. Cardinals rocked with Miles St. Clair to lead off, who had a single into center field on a great line drive. And then Colin Bone came up. He was sat down looking, followed by Makai Fagata, who grounded out to the shortstop. Thanks for joining us in here at the University of San Francisco. Great day for some baseball in the Bay. We'll step aside. And we're back. Thanks for joining us here. Around the diamond for the Cardinals. In the battery, it's going to be made up of Legend Haile and Jacob Wood behind the plate. Across the diamond is going to be Caden Owen, Jace Woolley, followed by Colin Bone, and then Jamie Vozaitis out at third. Get the outfield to you in just a moment. It is going to be in right field, Miles St. Clair. In center, Jack Wedge. And in left, Makai Fagata. Cardinals and Bells getting started a little early here. And here comes Hiley's first pitch. That one is low for a called ball. Leading off for Bellarmine is going to be Ollie McNamara. The pitch is in the dirt. Here's the pitch. That one is in the dirt. Actually, that is going to be Vincent. That's going to be Vincent Kim out there to lead things off for the Bells. Kim had a great season in 2025, posting a .292 batting average with 15 RBIs, 7 doubles, a homer, and a .373 on-base percentage. He is your ideal leadoff man, and he will walk to lead things off. Hiley fires a few in the dirt, and there are a few too many. It'll be Isaiah Bayah. Now, he saw some varsity action last spring. Hiley's pitch in there for a called ball. Hiley winds, deals, bunt is shown. The pitch is in the dirt. It gets around the backstop and into second. Standing up on the wild pitch is Vincent Kim. Great atmosphere here at Benedetti Diamond. USF will look at what they did in the fall, or what they did in the spring. Amphitheater style seating here, so very interesting layout, different from a lot of baseball fields at the collegiate level. That one fouled off. Bayah stands in. He posted a .220 batting average in 27 games for the Bells, and he fouls this one off. The Bells, despite finishing in 5th in their league in the regular season, went on to win the WCal tournament in 2025. It was their first tournament win in league since 2013. Surprisingly, the Bells have been a very, very good team despite that lack of championships in their own league. Their league is so stacked. You look at that league, you've got St. Francis as that pitch is chased in the dirt, and Bayah is sat down by legend Hiley. The first strikeout for Hiley in this game. The tall lefty has been stellar for the Cardinals. He was their 4th option and has moved up to be their 2nd option heading into next season. Now it is going to be Ollie McNamara here, batting in the 3-hole for Bellarmine. That pitch goes in the dirt. Great control there from Jacob Wood, the catcher. He has been great for the Cardinals. Newman, they're coming into this game with a 10-6-2 record. They faced a lot of notable opponents up in Reno and around the West Coast. Their most notable opponents have to be the Bishop Manogue team. They beat them 3-2. Diablo Valley Oaks, they played them twice, tied them once, lost once. Benicia, Medford beat them 2-1. And then Idaho Falls, the Bandits, one of the top American Legion teams in the nation, took down the Cardinals in a very, very good game, 3-2. So this Cardinals team, they know how to battle. They're one of the best high school teams in their county and one of the best in NorCal. That one is in there for a called strike. Cardinals have finished top 20 in the state 3 out of the last 5 years, have 3 NCS championships to go with that, and they have finished top 40 in the state for the last 5 years. So Cardinals, they have had a lot of success and looking to have another successful season after losing a great pitching duo in Jack Pizzolo and Josh Giannicelli. That pitch fired in, a breaking ball, catches the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Count goes 1-2 to McNamara. Hiley stands in. He stares down his catcher, Wood. Checks on the runner. He fires. Another breaking ball. That one off the glove of Wood. Kim was thinking about it, but he will check up and elect to not go for third. Hiley and McNamara battling here. It has been an incredible game so far. Still 0-0. Runner on second for Bellarmine. The pitch. That one fouled straight back by McNamara. Count goes even. That one is in there for a called strike 3. And McNamara is sat down, so 2 strikeouts for Hiley after giving up a leadoff walk to Vincent Kim. And Kim checked back now. Now coming to the plate for Bellarmine is a guy who was crushing it during batting practice today. Preston Para. He did not have a lot of varsity at-bats. He did have a lot of varsity pitching reps, though. Para in 12 appearances, 38 and a third innings pitched, 4-3 record, a .73 ERA, 26 strikeouts compared to 22 walks, and only 4 earned runs. He was dominant on the mound for Bellarmine. High walk count, but just incredible with runners on base. And now he's going to try and score home Vincent Kim against legend Hiley. A lot of confidence this team has in Para. Him and Emmett are not. To rising, Para, rising junior, are not a rising sophomore, are not had 18 and 2/3 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts to only 8 walks, 2-1 record, and a 150 earned run average. He's been splitting his time with NorCal U this summer. Had a pretty good tournament recently and has stayed here for the Reno tournament and the USF team showcase. With Bellarmine check back, and they've got Kim in a pickle. He'll go towards third, and the tag will be placed on him by Colin Bone, and that should retire the side. So the Bellarmine Bells go down in order, and we will step aside. Stay with us here. We head to the top of inning number 2. And we're back here. Leading off the inning for the Cardinals will be Caden Owen. He will be followed by Jacob Wood. Owen, the first baseman, batting cleanup. He had a lot of varsity reps, won the positional battle over the spring against the senior Mason Farrell. Now Owen, a rising senior, and the first pitch is fired in for a swinging strike. Great pitch, sinker action on that one. That one caught up. On the mound today for Bellarmine is going to be number 53. They do not have a number on their roster for 53, so we'll have to check back with them. This one's fired in. It skips in the dirt, so count will go 2-1 against Owen. Owen drawing some college interest. Big left-hander. First baseman, good mix of power and speed. This pitch is chopped on the ground, foul, so count goes even. Here he comes. He fires, and that one is fouled off by Owen. Welcome in. We are here at the Hilltop. It is the top of inning number 2 here at the University of San Francisco between the Cardinal Newman Cardinals and the Bellarmine Bells. The Bells on defense. Owen checks it down one. He watches it go by, though, a little high and above the zone. So we've got a full count now to Caden Owen. Owen looks in. Here comes the pitch. And he watches that one skip in the dirt, and he will draw a leadoff walk. So the Cardinals start the second off with a base runner. So it's going to be Jacob Wood. He'll be followed by Jace Woolley. We'll see if Legend Haile does hit. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt. The throw back to try and get Owen. He is back under the tag safely. So Wood swings at that one. Big cut and a miss. Wood at the plate. He's come in clutch for the Cardinals in big moments. He shows bunt and bunts it foul. So the count goes 1-2. A lot of notable MLB alumni between these two squads. We'll have to look at that when we go to a break. Jacob Wood waits, and that one is up at his head. He turns around to dodge the ball there. Playing a little bit of dodgeball, making sure he does not get hit in the face. Wood posted a .229 batting average in the spring with 4 doubles and 6 RBIs. He watches that one come a little bit outside on the breaking ball. The Bells aren't exactly happy with that call. The count will go full once again. There's a slider outside, and they did not think that one was outside. They'll pick back, and Owen is safe. First baseman applied the tag a little bit too hard, but they're chopping it up over there. Owen takes a wide lead And the pitch comes home and swing and a miss from Jacob Wood. So 1 down now, the Bells. That's going to be the day for their starting pitcher. So number 53, we don't have his name, but he goes an inning and a third. And we'll step aside as they look for their next pitcher. Thanks for joining us here on the Hilltop. 0-0 when we come back. And we're back. A big swing and miss to start off the new at-bat. It's going to be Jay Souza in now. Or, not Jay Souza, Jace Woolley. Got him confused with the center fielder for Texas Tech University playing with the Healdsburg Prune Packers. New pitcher Canaboo checks on the runner at first. He will go, and they will now attempt to pick off Caden Owen. Now that is 3 times trying to pick off Caden Owen. It's going to be Luke Canaboo. The starting pitcher was Ryder Suba. He went 1 1/3 and struck out 2. He also gave up a hit and a free pass. No runs, though. No earned runs, at least. They'll try and pick off Owen again. Cardinals definitely not frugal with their leads. Owen tries to do a little bit of happy feet with Canaboo, and he won't offer. Canaboo stares him back to the base and then fires in a beautiful pitch there. Freezes Woolley in at the knees, and that is the at-bat. Woolley got a little confused with the count. He is struck out on 3 pitches, so good start for Canaboo. It's going to be Anthony Azevedo to come in. He is the DH for the Cardinals. He had a home run against Napa Valley Baseball Club, his first of his career. High two-seam fastball with the arm side run, comes inside and gets a swing from Anthony Azevedo. They'll back pick to first. Owen is back in safely. They've now gone to first 7 times to try and get Owen throughout the inning. He led off with a walk, and then it's been back-to-back strikeouts. They'll go back to try and pick him off again, and he's in there safely. Azevedo had only a few at-bats. He batted .333 for the Packers. for the Cardinals this year. 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to him, and that one is in the dirt. He'll watch it go. Anthony's going to be the ace for the Cardinals, presumably, this year. Jack Wedge is on deck for the Cardinals. Big showcase game here for Newman, trying to salvage a win out of the 3-day tournament. Lost to Clayton Valley after a rough inning early on, and then tied Archbishop Mitty. However, Archbishop Mitty, that is a very, very good team, and so really didn't reflect the Cardinals' quality with that tie and then that loss to Clayton Valley. This one inside, and it is blooped into left field. It will fall, and the Cardinals have the first runner in scoring position. Anthony Azevedo gets a base hit, and Owen advances to second. So now runners on first and second for the Cardinals. Still 0-0 here in the top of the second. It's going to be Jack Wedge. He will be followed by Colin Bone. Or excuse me, not Colin Bone. Azevedo at first, Owen at second. The pitch is low at the ankles for ball one. Canaboo checks on both runners. Both runners taking pretty big leads, ready to go. Wedge is a very, very good hitter. All-league honorable mention. He posted a .280 batting average with 3 RBIs and a double this year in the spring. He was the center fielder for the Cardinals when Jack Pizzolo was on the bump. Canaboo comes home, and this one lined the other way, and the second baseman there to make the catch and bail out his pitcher. So that is the inning. The Cardinals come away with no runners, and they strand 2 with no runs, and they strand 2. Thanks for joining us here on the Hilltop. Legend Haile will head back out there. We'll look at the MLB alumni on these teams. Some notable alumni. 15 MLB players have been produced, 31 total professional, but only 15 from Bellarmine. They have one of the oldest, if not the oldest, World Series winners to be ever produced out of the Bay Area. It was none other than Marv Owen. So there's a immaculate grid poll for anyone. He won the 1935 World Series with the Detroit Tigers. He posted a career batting average of .275 and a .339 OBP with over 1,000 hits in 9 years. He was a very, very well-known player earlier on in his career out of Bellarmine, went to Santa Clara University, and he played from 1931 to 1940, so played in the 30s, and then in the 40s, we don't know what happened. Presumably the MLB, with war, everything changed, so we'll see. We'll have to do some more research on him, but there's some other guys that we'll get to in just a moment that are currently playing in the MLB or playing overseas from Bellarmine. The Cardinals have a few, too, so we'll go to that in just a moment. Anyways, Legend Haile ready to face Para. Para faced him in the first, but Vincent Kim was caught stealing in a pickle. Great pickoff move there from Haile. And he throws this one, starts off inside. Here's the pitch, and that one is in there, called strike from Haile. 1-1 count now to Para. Haile winds and deals, and that one is a high chopper in on the infield, charging in his bone. He makes the catch. He throws to first in time. And Para is retired. Great play by Colin Bone. The star shortstop. He was a very hot commodity for the Cardinals as a freshman. He was the only freshman on varsity, and then the Cardinals have built with that class of 2027 You see some of them out today. Jace Woolley, Jacob Wood behind the plate, and then you've got over at shortstop the man who just made the great play, Colin Bone. Cardinals had 4 sophomores at a time starting this year. Jamie Vozaitis was the 4th. He was incredible for the Cardinals as that one is fired in quickly past the new hitter for Bellarmine. It is Emmett Arnott. Arnott, he is more of a pitcher, but he's getting some hitting reps here for the Bells. They're looking to create kind of a hot start here next spring after they won the WCal last year. Cardinals won the NBL Oak tournament, so both teams, league champs. It's a great matchup. Highlay's pitch is just off the outside part of the plate and low. Arnott, we might see him on the mound at some point today. Bellarmine's been using a ton of pitching, and he'll walk on 4 pitches. So now a runner on first, and the new hitter, a lefty for Bellarmine. It is Ryan Welch, number 49. Welch did not see any varsity action last year, so big summer for him. Cardinals have a few of those guys, transitional summers, coming from JV now up to varsity. They've taken some great reps. Both teams have played tough opponents. 10-6-2 Cardinals, Bellarmine 6-7. So looking at them, they've played St. Mary Stockton, College Park, High School in Pleasant Hill. They've played a lot of Southern California teams like J. Sarah and a few Central Valley teams like Bullard. This one is hit hard into left field. Over on it and making the catch is Makai Fagata, and Welch is retired. So 2 down now for the Bells in the bottom of inning. It is going to be Dominic Borelli coming up now. He is in the 7 hole today for Bellarmine. Borelli swings through that one hard and misses. Borelli, much like the guy who came before him, did not see any action at the varsity level last year. The pitch, that one fouled straight back. And it'll go 0-2. Legend Hiley sits mid-80s. Cardinals have been spoiled with their pitching in the past few years. Mason Lerma, who's currently at University of California, Davis. Landon Rhoda, who's at Hawaii Pacific, as that throw is in there. Called strike 3. Borelli is sat down, and the Cardinals retire the side. So we'll step aside here. Still 0-0 as we head to inning number 4. Stay with us here on the Hilltop. And we're back here on the hilltop, 0-0. He's going to be the 9 batter for the Cardinals, facing off against Canaboo, and he will foul it off. New guy with no varsity experience yet for the Cardinals. Cardinals have definitely mixed in a lot of their guys. Got a lot of scores coming in from around the county and around the area, so we'll keep you updated with that. It is Cooper McIntosh coming in now. McIntosh has put in some pretty quality at-bats for the Cardinals. And also some quality outings on the mound. This one is outside. McIntosh waits. Canaboo delivers. That one is down low for ball 3. So 3-1 now to McIntosh. Youngster that battles for the Cardinals. Bellarmine, the firing pitch in there. High chopper to the pitcher, and he will make the throw on to first. So McIntosh is retired. And Miles St. Clair will head to the plate. Actually, it's going to be Devlin Chavez. So Chavez comes in now to hit for the Cardinals. Chavez, lefty. Played last year with the Cardinals, year before at Murray Carrillo, the year before that at with Cardinal Newman. So, guy who's bounced around, but he's come home, and he's been a talented player. All the Cardinals swinging wood bats today. They've been playing a lot of wood bat teams. This pitch is in there, called strike. Sinker catches the barrier on the outside. That pitch is in there. Strike 2 to Chavez. Two-seam fastball on the outside part of the plate. Canaboo comes home. Chavez hits that one the other way. It's a pop-up. Coming in is the left fielder, and he will make the catch. 2 down. So it'll now be Miles St. Clair. So 2 down now for Miles St. Clair. And St. Clair grounds this one up the middle, and it gets under the glove of the second baseman into center field. The hot day continues for Miles St. Clair with a base hit. And with 2 outs, the Cardinals are back in business. They've got a big hitter coming to the plate. It is Colin Bone. Bone had a stellar spring in limited action. 265. He fouls that one straight back. He posted a 265 average in 42 plate appearances, 9 hits, 3 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a triple. Very promising player for Newman. He came in to close a couple games. Canaboo checks on St. Clair over at first. He is a threat to steal. Good mix of speed and power over at first with Miles St. Clair. And now Colin Bone. They're going to pitch, and that one's up high, but Bone lines this one deep. Back on it is the center fielder near the warning track, and he makes the catch. And so the side is retired. Canaboo assumedly completes his day after overhearing that they will make a change in the 4th. Legend Haile will stay out there for the Cardinals for the bottom of the 3rd. And we will step aside. It is 0-0 here on the Hilltop. All right, and we're back here. It is the start of the bottom of the third. Legend Haile still on the mound for the Cardinals. Newman having a great game today. Still 0-0. And in to hit in the 8-hole for the Bellarmine Bells. They go by the College Park Bells, which is based off of their area that they are in San Jose, College Park. But there is also a College Park High School in Pleasant Hill, so it kind of creates some confusion, especially when you're playing water polo, because they have a tournament called the College Park Invitational, which everyone assumes, oh, that's Pleasant Hill. Nope, it is in San Jose. And first pitch in is bunted at and missed. Called strike. Legend Haile will face Arlie Souza. And he misses that one in the dirt, so it'll be a 1-1 count now. Haile having a great outing for the Cardinals. Already 3 strikeouts in 2 innings. He's entering his 3rd inning of work, and he fires a fastball in there, swing and a miss. Legend Haile turning up the heat there to blow past Souza's bat. Souza waits at that one, and he fouls it off. That one was off the outside of the plate. Good way to battle. Souza in 8 games last year posted a 167 batting average with 2 RBIs. He came in clutch in 1 game. He only had 1 hit, but had 2 RBIs on that 1 hit. So he's looking to get things started for his Bells here. The pitch, that one is lined, but it is a soft liner right to Colin Bone at shortstop, and he will put him away. And that will bring up Ryder Suba, who started now. He started on the mound, put in a solid inning and a third of work with only allowing 1 hit, walking 1, and striking out 1. Didn't give up any hits, or didn't give up any runs. He pops this one, and it'll drop between the second baseman, Cameron, and the right fielder, Miles St. Clair. So something to note, defensive substitution for the Cardinals. We'll look at what they're going with on defense. Right now, it is Owen at first as Suba leads away. Here's the first pitch, and that one is swung on and fouled off. It is Vincent Kim to lead things off, or he led things off back in the first with a walk. Suba over at first. Kim has had a red-hot summer, launching homer after homer. Breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. The throw down from Wood is not in time. Suba gets to second on the stolen base. Wood had him beat, but Suba got under the tag. Over at first is Cameron, and at third is Larson. Haile comes home. He fires that one and swing and a miss. Cade Larson at third. Runner at second is Suba. He goes, and he's sliding into third. without a throw as that one skips in the dirt from Haile. So another stolen base for Ryder Suba. And now with only one down, the Bellarmine Bells have a runner 90 feet away from scoring and taking a lead in this game. Haile comes home, breaking ball, fouled off by Kim. Good battle developing here. We'll go through the batting orders now that we have them. That one in there. He got him looking. Strikes him out with a fastball. Throws him on the outside part of the plate. Legend Haile cruising right now. 2 down with a runner on third. It is Suba. It's going to be Isaiah Bayah coming up. He takes a fastball outside. The pitch is in there. Called strike. In at the knees to Bayah. So quickly a 1-1 count. Bayah struck out swinging in the first. He's had his fair share of troubles today, and he fouls it off. 1-2. So he's battling. Short and speedy right-handed hitter. Vincent Kim right now, he's been incredible for Bellarmine. He actually runs a 6'8", 260. So he is an incredible leadoff man, but he struck out. So now with 2 outs and a runner on third, they turn to Bayah. He lines this one deep and calling everyone off and making the catch in left field is Makai Fagata. So the Cardinals get out of the jam and retire the Bells with a runner only 90 feet away from scoring and taking the lead. The Bells will go with a new pitcher to start the 4th inning after Canaboo goes 1 2/3 and only surrenders 2 hits and strikes out 1. So we will step aside here. You're listening to Prep Baseball on Hugo Sports 360. Still 0-0 here from the Hilltop. So we'll look at the Cardinal Newman lineup batting order. Now that we have it, it is Miles St. Clair leading off. He will be followed by Colin Bone. Those are your table setters. Starting the power alley is Makai Fagata. He'll be followed by the cleanup man, Caden Owen. In the 5-hole, Jacob Wood. In the 6-hole, rounding out that power alley is Jace Woolley. Anthony Azevedo, Jack Wedge, Cooper McIntosh, and Devlin Chavez wrap up the 10-man batting order. It's going to be Makai Fagata to lead things off here in the top of inning number 4. Still 0-0. The Bellarmine Bells trot out Elijah Vu now to lead things off. Here's the pitch from Vu, and his breaking ball is located outside, about a foot off the plate. Here on the Hilltop, Legend Haile has put in a quality outing. 3 innings, he struck out 4 and has been pretty solid, looking good for the Cardinals heading into next year. Cardinals will look for another NCS run. They've had an NCS run this year to the semifinals, but were denied the chance at a 4-peat championship by Acalanes. Acalanes went on to win the championship. They're a team out of D1, won the D2 championship against Rancho Cotati out of Rohnert Park. And then Rancho proceeded to go on and win the NorCal tournament in D3. Here's the pitch, and that one's in there for a called strike on the outside part of the plate from Vu. The incredible part about Rancho's run was that they were a 15 seed who were playing one of the best teams in the section, Justin Siena, as digging down in the dirt is Makai Fagata and missing. Great breaking ball, great changeup there from Vu to entice the swing from Fagata. Vu, breaking ball is hit on the ground. Will it go through? Second baseman makes the play in shallow right field, and he makes the throw onto first to retire Fagata. And it's going to be Caden Owen now, the tall lefty. He had a walk to start things off, advanced to second, but was held there by the Bells. Cardinals have stranded 4 runners on base. The Bells have stranded 2. Owen awaits the pitch from Vu. He gets the sign, and he fires, and that one is skipped in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 now. Caden Owen, solid spring for the Cardinals, transitioning into a solid summer. He'll be a senior next year. One of the big lefties in this Cardinal Newman offense. One to Owen. And Vu steps off. Bellarmine definitely digging deep into their pitching staff. They've played 6 games since last Wednesday. So 6 games in 6 days, and they're playing another one right after this against Moreau Catholic, as Vu skips another one in the soil. The pitch to Owen, and that one also in the dirt. So quickly a 3-0 count to Caden Owen. Cardinal Newman Cardinals will look at we'll compare both high schools in their last 5 years when we get back. Owen waits. The pitch is inside, and that one nearly hits him, but it doesn't matter. 4-pitch walk issued to Caden Owen, so back-to-back walks. He definitely struggled a little bit with discipline in the spring, and so getting that walk, these back-to-back walks, definitely has to be a confidence builder for him, not only him, but also his coaching staff, as now it is going to be Jacob Wood, the catcher for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch, and that one is also in the soil. The throw down to second is in time. They got Owen stealing. And now quickly 2 down for the Bells with Jacob Wood at the plate. Wood definitely draws comparisons to very good defensive catchers. Thinking of guys like, well, right here in the Bay, Patrick Bailey. The pitch is fouled off by Jacob Wood. So Vu looks in. He'll fire. That one is outside. Count goes 2-1 to Jacob Wood. Here in the top of inning number 4, still 0-0. Elijah Vu, breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Wood, his eyes got big, but his bat was a little bit too early. Great pitch there from Vu, curveball. And he'll try and throw that breaking ball again, but it skips in the dirt. A lot of pitches in the dirt for Vu in this inning. He's just trying to find his location. Now Wood. Cardinals all swinging Wood bats, most of them swinging bomb bats. That one is outside in. Wood walks on the full count. So back-to-back walks issued by Elijah Vu, but due to Caden Owen being caught stealing, only one man on for the Cardinals, and it is going to be Brody Cameron, the rising junior, who will come in relief of Jace Woolley. Bellarmine 7-7 on the season, looking to go to 8-7 and possibly 9-7 later as that one gets past the catcher, and cruising into second is the pinch runner. New runner coming in for Jacob Wood. So on the wild pitch, runner moves over. That is Will Pratt over at second now, and Vu will step off to watch Pratt back. Both teams definitely getting their guys looks. Both teams very young and looking for their senior leaders to back up these younger guys as that one is up high. This is a great matchup between both of these teams, and initially when I wanted to broadcast this game, it was because of this. Both teams have veteran leadership, but also a younger core, so they're both looking to reestablish once great programs. Cardinal Newman still pretty great. Bellarmine has had a few off years, as we'll see in the break, but both teams are looking to establish themselves in tough leagues with competition that's only getting better year after year. Cameron awaits the pitch from Vu. Vu fires home. Fastball is in there for a called strike. Still 0-0 here in the top of the fourth. Will Pratt leads off at second. Brody Cameron at the plate for the Cardinals. The pitch. That one is outside, and Cameron walks. So 3 consecutive walks issued by Vu, and now runners on first and second for the Cardinals for Anthony Azevedo. The big righty, incoming senior. And if you're looking at a guy who has an incredible work ethic, you talk about Anthony Azevedo. He has waited for his spot the last 3 years with the Cardinals. Some of these guys have transferred out, have looked for other places. No, Azevedo, he has found a home at Cardinal Newman, and he is going to be their ace next year. He's a guy who tops out around 87, 88 miles an hour on that fastball, unless things have changed. But he is a dominant pitcher nevertheless, and we're going to have a mound visit now as they will head out to talk. It's going to be Vincent Kim and not to his pitcher Vu. Bellarmine wearing blue shirts that say BCP, as in Bellarmine College Prep Baseball. Cardinals with their signature red CN shirts that have gold trim and gold numbers. The pitch, that one is upstairs. This is a rematch of the 2023 Boris Classic North Championship that ended up being the actual Boris Classic State Championship, as Sherman Oaks, Notre Dame Sherman Oaks from the South, decided to pull out of the tournament. Cardinal Newman won that game, and they are now, and they were the 2023 Boris Classic State champs. Will Pratt checked on at second. Vu will come home to the big righty Azevedo. A lot of power. 330 down that left field line, and that one's up high. 405 to dead center here on the hilltop, 300 down the line, but of course you have that big wall out in right field that stands about 30 to 40 feet tall, almost like a green monster here in San Francisco. The pitch. That one is in there. Called strike. Azevedo awaiting the pitch from Vu. Runners on first and second. Vu fires home. He checks at it, and then the check doesn't even matter. It is called a strike. Catches the outside part of the plate. Vu has been dominating with painting that outside. He's been painting the barrier there for a while. Vu checks on both runners, and he'll step off. 3-2 coming to Azevedo with 2 outs. The runners will be on the move. Vu trying to catch him off guard. He stares back twice. Runners go, and Azevedo swings at a high fastball and misses. Vu gets out of the jam. And we will head to the break. It is still 0-0 here as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Cardinal Newman and Bellarmine all knotted up. This is a great game, and you don't want to go anywhere, folks. And we're back here, bottom of inning number 4. Kenny Weeks now in to pitch for the Cardinals. He skips that one in the dirt to start things off. It is going to be Ollie McNamara to lead things off for the Bellarmine Bells. McNamara, Para, and Arnott. Weeks, hard-throwing right-hander, standing at 6'5". A guy that will most likely be the Cardinals' third option this year with Haile and Anthony Azevedo. The pitch, swing and a miss. McNamara gives a healthy cut at that one, but a great pitch there from Weeks. Kenny, three-sport athlete, plays football, basketball, baseball. He misses that one off the plate. Rising junior with the Cardinals, so he has a lot of prospects looking at him. A lot of scouts looking at him. He is a very highly touted prospect. Weeks fires, it's up high, and McNamara walks. So the 3-1 results in a walk there, and now it is going to be Preston Para. He grounded out to shortstop to lead off the second for the Bells. McNamara, speedy runner. He has posted a .471 on-base percentage this year, and he's definitely a walk machine, so he draws that one there. And Weeks misses upstairs. McNamara will move over to second on the wild pitch. So Legend Haile, after 3 innings of solid work, finishes his day. And now they're going to have a meeting to talk with Weeks and maybe just calm him down here. And with that, we'll look at the two teams' seasons in the spring of 2025. So Bellarmine, ever since the 2022 season, are 73, 51, and 2. Their highest finish was 33. It was placing 33 in California when they made the Boris Classic North Championship in 2023. They won the Western Catholic Athletic League last year, and it's a league stacked with talent, all the way from the Serra Padres to to St. Ignatius, all the way to St. Francis in Mountain View. Last year, they were 17 and 14, finished 6 and 8 in the league, despite winning the league tournament. Finished 117th in the state of California and 10th in the Central Coast section. That is a section stacked with baseball talent. The pitch is swung on and missed. Hard fastball runs inside on the hands, and Para gives a healthy cut through that one. Thanks for joining us here. Hugo Traverso from the Hilltop at the University of San Francisco. Weeks checks on the runner at second, and he pulls that fastball. It gets around Wood, hits off the backstop, and Weeks charges in to collect it. Caden Owen also in to help out as McNamara moves over to third with nobody out. Now the go-ahead run 90 feet away for the Bellarmine Bells. Weeks, 2-1 count now to Para. The pitch, swung on and driven into the gap in right center field. That one will touch up against the wall. McNamara will score, and cruising into second, standing up with an RBI double to start the scoring is Preston Para. It is 1-0 Bellarmine. So, another mound visit, and that should be the day for Kenny. After just 2 batters, Weeks is retired. Or nope, they're going to give the ball back to Kenny. Check that. They're going to go to the mound. So they gave the ball back to Kenny. They took the ball from Kenny, gave the ball back to Kenny. And now they will take it from him. It's going to be Jace Woolley coming in to pitch. Woolley posted a 92-mile-an-hour throw at a perfect game combine from right field. And he has just been a Swiss Army knife, as Coach Joey Gomes with the Healdsburg Prune Packers likes to call it. He has played everywhere for the Packers, much like his fellow rising junior teammate, Jamie Volzaitis. So Woolley will come in to throw, and we will step aside. 1-0, Bellarmine leads. They have started scoring here in the fourth. And we're back here. Jace Woolley in to pitch for the Cardinals in relief of his fellow rising junior, Kenny Weeks. And he spikes this one, and over to third will be Preston Para on the wild pitch. It's Emmett Arnott to lead things off against Woolley. Runner on third now. Bellarmine threatening to score another one. This game, should mention this game is on a time limit, a 2-hour time limit. We have crossed hour 1, and it's about 4 o'clock, so fastball is in there for a called strike at the top of the zone. Arnott, a big right-handed hitter. Splitting his time this summer with Bellarmine and NorCal Black. Or excuse me, NorCal U. That one, a fastball fired right down Healdsburg Boulevard, or Healdsburg Avenue for a called or a swinging strike 2. Arnott checks at that one and fouls it off. Cardinals looking for an offensive explosion in the 5th. Still the bottom of inning number 4. They're looking for Jace Woolley to keep this Bellarmine offense to just 2 runs. Or just 1 run. Breaking ball located at the top of the zone for called strike 3. Jace Woolley freezes Arnott. And that is a good start for the rising junior. As now Ryan Welch will come to the plate. Welch flew out to left in what was a pretty solid opposite field shot by him. The pitch from Woolley, that one is pulled into right field. Coming in is St. Clair. He will dive, and that ball will get past him. Over to retrieve it is Jack Wedge, and checking into second, kicking in the door is Ryan Welch. A run will score. It is now 2-0 Bells. St. Clair tried to dive on it, make a great catch, and just couldn't get it. Fell right in front of him. Woolley checks now with his pitching coach. It's going to be Dominic Borelli. He struck out looking his last time out. Sign coming in from Wood. Woolley, the pitch. And right down Van Ness at the knees of Borelli. Great day for baseball. Could not ask for a better day here in the city. As I mentioned, Mark Twain would be shocked. The pitch swung on and fouled off. So 0-2 for Jace Woolley. Coming in, trying to limit the Bellarmine Bells. It is 2-0 here in the bottom of inning number 4. Woolley comes home. Breaking ball at the head of Borelli, and he gets out of the way. Great awareness there from the young righty to duck and dip and dodge under the ball there. Breaking ball is now Wood signs things in. Woolley has had great command on his fastball. Let's see if he goes back to it. The 1-2. Woolley comes home. Swing and a miss. Another fastball right down Van Ness. And he strikes out Borelli. So, rockets being fired here by Jace Woolley. The strong righty coming in to clean things up for the for the Cardinals. Been doing so much Packers baseball, I've gotten confused. Bunt shown, and they'll back pick. The throw is not in time. Sliding in under the tag is Ryan Welch. It is Arlie Souza now at the plate. He lined out on a soft liner to the shortstop Bone in inning number 3. Ryder Suba on deck. The 0-1 now coming from Woolley. He fires home. Another fastball right down the middle. In for called strike 2. So Woolley blowing these Bellarmine hitters away with his speed. A little bit of motioning now from the Bellarmine runner at second. Welch to the hitter Souza, and now Woolley will step off and stare down Welch. Cardinals might go to change their signs because it's going to be an 0-2 count. They're going to try and get away from Ryan Welch taking a little bit of their signs. He was given some hand signals to the man at the plate, Souza. This is a breaking ball, fouled off. Souza digs in the dirt to get that one. Solid offering from Woolley, but great job by Souza to not allow anything by. One, two now coming from Woolley. The pitch. That one, fastball, got him on the outside, and Woolley strikes out the side in relief. But the Bells tack some runs on. It's 2-0 Bellarmine when we come back here on the Hilltop. New pitcher coming in for the Bells, and while we get his name and some of his stats, we will go through a little bit more about both these teams. Cardinal Newman finished 18-11 this year. They were NCS semifinal exits. Pretty solid year for the Cardinals. Not as good as their past few have been. They were 3 consecutive NCS champions. 2024, they won NorCal's, and they had probably the greatest pitching duo in Sonoma County history. It was Josh Janicelli, the hard-throwing 6'5" righty. On the gun was about 96, topping out. He's one of the top pitching prospects out of high school this year in the draft. He is likely to go either next Sunday or Monday, in which will be a fun watch party for the Janicelli family. Josh committed and most likely heading to UCSB next year. Jack Pozzolo is the other part of that duo. Left-hander throwing 90. He was incredible. Two-way player for he's heading to UC Davis for the Cardinals. He was incredible. The Aggies are very high on him. He's a very talented player. And the Cardinals, they have produced some great pitching over the years. Mason Lerma and Landon Rhoda are two of note. They're currently playing at the next level. Lerma at UC Davis, dominant, one of the best pitchers in the Big West, posting a 1.01 ERA in 35 innings pitched this year. That one is fired in from the new guy. Fastball in there to Jack Wedge for an 0-1 count. Here he comes. That one, breaking ball, line down the line in left field. It'll go all the way to the wall. Rounding and digging for second is Wedge. The throw in is not cut off, but it doesn't matter. Wedge is in to second base. Showing off the new double celly for the Cardinals. And a leadoff double for Jack Wedge. The Cardinals looking to make things interesting. 2-0 Bells here. It is Emmett Arnott now on the mound for Bellarmine. Despite there being what looks to be two guys with the number 58, there's a fastball in there, breaking ball, excuse me, for a called strike. That's not Arnott, excuse me, that is Warren Lamb. So Warren Lamb comes in for Elijah Vu after Vu pitches 1 inning in relief. Quick reminder that the Bells do have another game following this one against Moreau Catholic. That'll be a fun one. That will not be live streamed here, unfortunately. So the Cardinals looking to get something going here. Wedge leading over at second. Lamb looks in. He turns, he fires. Bunt shown by Cooper McIntosh. Runner on the move, and the third baseman wasn't covering, so an easy stolen bag for Jack Wedge. The Cardinals returning to their small ball ways as that one was off the plate. McIntosh held up his bunt. Now the count will go 1-1, and the Cardinals are 90 feet away from pulling this game within one. Infielders in on the infield grass. Outfielders straight up. Center fielder shaded just a little bit to the left of second base. In line with the 4:05 marker. Out in center field. McIntosh, rising sophomore, looking to make an impact here. The pitch outside, and he takes that one. 2-1 now to Cooper McIntosh. Devlin Chavez on deck for the Cardinals. Another speedy runner. The 2-1 now on the way. Breaking ball. Soft chopper to the third baseman. Throw on to first is in time. Wedge does not come home. So McIntosh is retired. And now one down. Warren Lamb trying to work out of this jam and keep this game a shutout for the Bells here in the top of inning number 5. We'll see how long this game does go. We've got a time limit of 2 hours. Chavez takes that one upstairs for a called strike. Cade Larson on deck for the Cardinals. He will be followed by Miles St. Clair. Chavez takes that one for a called strike. Chavez looking to battle here for the Cardinals. This would be a huge out for Bellarmine if they can get it. Lamb, catcher sitting up to the left of the plate. The pitch is outside and in the dirt. Wedge will not come home. So now, with a runner on third, the infielders in, and the outfielders in. An ideal place here for Chavez would be up the middle or into right center field. It would be an incredible placement because that would possibly turn into a triple or an inside the park home run as that one's outside. Two and one count now. Chavez waits. Lamb looks in. The pitch outside. The count will go full. Devlin Chavez looking to get on here and bring home a run for the Cardinals. The 3-2. Lamb fires in the dirt, and Chavez walks. A huge walk for Devlin Chavez. And now it will be Cade Larson coming up to the plate for the Cardinals. Larson started at third today. If he can walk it would load the bases up for the top of the order for Cardinal Newman. This would be an incredible comeback for Newman. They were the comeback kids, the Cardiac Cardinals, and have been nicknamed that for the past few seasons. The pitch, that one in there, called strike to Cade Larson. Runners on the corners. Third baseman in on the infield grass. Middle infielders deep in the mud. Outfielders pretty straight up. Center fielder once again shaded to the left of second base. Cade Larson. They'll pick over at second. Cardinals have fast runners on. Would not be shocked if they go, as we have a new catcher in the game for Bellarmine. Chavez takes a wide lead. The pitch. That one is grounded sharply down the left field line, but foul. Battle here for Larson. Warren Lamb trying to shut the Cardinals down. One out here with runners on the corners. It's Chavez at first, and at third is Jack Wedge for Newman. They'll check on Chavez at first, and the tag is applied not in time. And now time is called. Lamb going to talk things over. And Cade Larson going to be motioned over by his veteran senior with a lot of experience, Miles St. Clair. They're going to talk things over as well, along with their hitting coach. Just get Larson ready. Something definitely different here. Bellarmine utilizing metal bats to the Cardinals, who are using only wood. So they play only wood bat teams, really, for most of the summer. So Newman definitely operates over the summer like a college team. The pitch inside, and it caught Larson on the hands. He will head to first, and that will load the bases now for Miles St. Clair. And this is where St. Clair can make up for his mistake in the bottom of the fourth, where he came in to slide early and on the ball, and it got past him for a double that started things off for Bellarmine, put them up 1-0, and later on gave them a 2-0 lead. St. Clair watches that one go past for a called ball. Bases loaded for the Cardinals. Top of inning number 5. This game running pretty long here. We'll see if they elect to cut this game short. Corner infielders in on the grass. St. Clair lines this one, and it gets through into right field. 1 run scores. They're going to wave Chavez around. He's coming home. He will score. Into third, sliding is Larson, and Miles St. Clair coming in incredibly clutch. A 2 RBI single, and this game is tied. Miles St. Clair in the clutch. Wedge scores. Chavez scores. Over to third is Cade Larson. And the 2 RBI single knots this game up, with some talented hitters coming to the plate. Colin Bone, Makai Fagata, and Caden Owen due up with only 1 down here in the top of inning number 5. Newman with runners on the corners, and the throw to third to try and pick off Larson goes wide. Larson will stay due to the brick wall being pretty close to third base, so that ball bounces off like a pinball machine. This is really what USF's field can be kind of seen as more like an amphitheater seating, so sunken in and like a pinball machine with the brick wall. The ball will bounce off the wall pretty quickly. Here's the pitch, and that one is in the dirt to Colin Bone. Runners on the corners for Cardinal Newman with Bone at the plate. St. Clair leads away. He will go. Pitch is in the dirt. It gets past the catcher, and St. Clair easily into second with a stolen base, and now runners in scoring position for the Cardinals, and that might be the day for Warren Lamb. Runners on second and third, Larson on third, and at second, St. Clair. They're going to call the runners in for the mound visit. And we'll step aside. It is 1:22. We only have about 30 minutes left in this game. We'll see if they call it short. But it is a tied ball game when we come back. Cardinals tying it up with runners in scoring position 2-2. We'll be right back. Bellarmine, we're back here. Bellarmine with their game later on. They're going to keep Warren Lamb here. They've used 4 pitchers so far. Lamb fires that fastball. Gets under the catcher. Coming home is Larson. He will score! And the Cardinals take the lead. I don't believe it. Top of the 5th. An offensive explosion for the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. And they are up 3-2. To keep you updated, Jack Wedge led off with a double. Cooper McIntosh grounded out to third. Devlin Chavez walked. Cade Larson was hit by a pitch. Miles St. Clair singled to score 2 runs to tie things up as Colin Bone will walk. Check that, he will not. He is struck out looking. And that is the inning. Don't believe there were 3 outs there, but all right, we will step aside. Well, to the bottom of inning number 5. Jace Woolley will head things out to try and close out the win for the Cardinals. It is Newman 3, Bellarmine 2, right here on the hilltop. Don't go anywhere. So here we go. We're back. 3-2 Cardinals lead it. They called the inning short last inning. The Cardinals had only 2 outs. Bone was struck out looking. And so now it's going to be Ryder Suba to lead things off in the 5th. Jace Woolley pumps in a quick strike one to him, and Woolley still throwing that fastball. That one's grounded. Bone making a tough play, and that one gets over Owen. It bounces over the net. Wood gets it. The throw to second has him, and Suba is out. So an incredibly confusing play there. Grounder to Bone. Bone's throw skips, gets over Caden Owen, bounces off his glove into the netting, and off the netting, picked up by Jake Wood at covering at first, and the throw down to short is in time. So incredible job there, and the Cardinals retire Suba. Now it's the top of the order. It's going to be a new batter coming in to pinch hit for Kim. Quickly a strike in there from Woolley. It is going to be Kingston Hurst, and he fires that one in the dirt. 1-1 now to Hurst. So on that one, it is an E6, if you can call it that. Could be an E3. It's an error on someone. And then 2-6 to get him out. So crazy play there as Woolley fires in a swinging strike 2. He's been controlling that fastball immaculately. Woolley looks in. Wood off the plate. The pitch. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Nastiness from Jace Woolley. Hammers that breaking ball. And the USF coach who's umpiring this game loved that one. So 2 down now. It's going to be another pinch hitter for Bellarmine. Again, they have another game following this game. This is going to be Jack Dana. He swings and misses at that one. So Jace Woolley, domination here to keep the Cardinals ahead. The pitch, fastball in on the hands. Swing and a miss. Woolley domination. 0-2 now to Dana. He waits. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Jace Woolley. My goodness. Strutting off in style. The Cardinals keep the lead after a quick inning from Woolley. That one only lasted 4 minutes. And when we come back, it's Newman, 3-2. My goodness. So we have a new pitcher coming in for Bellarmine. It is the big righty, Aeneas Ulu. He'll come in relief of Warren Lamb, who lasted an inning. He gave up 3 runs. He realistically lasted 2/3 of an inning, but they rolled the inning on. So it is going to be Ethan Bowers to lead things off for the Cardinals. Ebow, he's had some quality at-bats over the summer. Also a valued member of the Cardinal Newman media team. So Ulu will fire in his last warm-up pitch here. He's throwing pretty quickly. Cardinals are going to roll through some new hitters up 3-2 here in their last game of the USF Showcase. It's going to be Ethan Bowers to lead things off. He'll be followed by Julian Servin, and then finally Will Pratt. So top of the sixth, Cardinals lead 3-2. We are closing in on our 2-hour time limit, giving you some updates from collegiate leagues around the region. The Marysville Giants lead the California Red Tails 11-10. The Stockton Pearls lead the South Bay Storm 3-2. And that is the score update. California Red Tails beat the Bay Area Marauders right here 6-4 yesterday. And the Petaluma Leghorns have dominated the Yakima Pepsi Beetles 16-3. So Bowers standing in here. Right-handed hitter. Ulu comes home. The swing and a miss there from Bowers. Big cut. And the count goes 1-2. Ulu stands off here. After this game, it will be Moreau Catholic against Bellarmine. Stands packed in here. That pitch is swung on and missed. Bowers strikes out on a high breaking ball. And now it's going to be Julian Servin. Servin, fast player with the Cardinals. Played with the Petaluma Leghorns Academy last year. Had a solid summer, and now back with Newman. Ulu into his windup. That one swung on and fouled off. Servin looking to get on base. Mark Douglas on deck. When Servin is on base, he is a threat. He is a fast runner. Sub 760 time. That one hammering that breaking ball in the dirt at the knees for a called strike. Count will go 0-2 now to Servin. Ulu fires in, working quickly here. That one got him looking. Breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Strikes out Servin. And now it is going to be Mark Douglas, and Will Pratt will be on deck. Douglas, catcher, will most likely come in to relieve Jacob Wood at the position. The pitch from Ulu, and that one is hammered at the bottom of the zone for a called strike. Ulu has been doing great with hitting his spots. The pitch is inside. 1-1 here. 1:35 local time here in San Francisco. Not a cloud in the sky. Here's the pitch to Douglas, and that one skips in the dirt. Called ball. Count will go 2-1. Douglas gets his sign. Ulu on the mound. He fires, and that one is at the top of the zone. Called strike. Ulu fires. That one's grounded up the middle, and it will sneak its way through. Douglas into first with a base hit. And the Cardinals looking threatening now. they can expand this lead and give Jace Woolley a well-deserved lead. So Douglas gets a base hit now, and it's going to be Will Pratt coming in for Anthony Azevedo. Excuse me, he will come in for Jace Woolley. On deck is a new batter for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. That one's in there. Called strike. Locates the breaking ball right down Van Ness. Batter on deck for Newman is I believe Aiden Thistle, but he is not listed on the lineup. Could be someone different. Wearing number 3. Legend Highlight normally wears number 3. Pratt. Awaiting his pitch, the 0-1 coming from Ulu. He gets his sign. He comes home, breaking ball. Just a little high and outside, and time is called. They're going to talk things over. South Bay Storm have now jumped out to a 4-3 lead in their game against the Stockton Pearls. BACL action. That has been a really, really captivating league this year up in the Bay Area Collegiate League, and they've played some games against the Healdsburg Prune Packers, Lincoln Potters, Medford Rogues, Humboldt Crabs, West Coast Kings, you name it. From the PEL, they have played those teams, and they bring a lot of fight with their games, as that one is outside off the plate by about 4 inches. That one is swung on and missed. And we are into an even count. 2-2 with 2 down. Ulu started out with 2 strikeouts. But Mark Douglas reaches on an infield single that caught the second base. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit deep center field. Center fielder ranges over on it, and he will make the catch. And that will retire the side. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. And Cardinal Newman will go for a new pitcher and a lot of defensive substitutions. They're going to go with Miles St. Clair, the lefty, will go in to hold the lead. It's going to be Brody Cameron coming in to catch. So we'll do a defensive update right now. At first, Caden Owen. At second is going to be Griffin Longton. At short, Colin Bone. Over at third, Mark Douglas. Left to right in the outfield is Makai Fagata. In center is Jack Wedge. And out in right field appears to be Luke Munsell, I believe, out there. So Cardinals going with a lot of a different look. That is Luke Munsell out there. So Cardinals going with a lot of different looks. Now as the Bells will look to try and close in, tie this ball game. We'll see how much time we have left. We have about 20 minutes, and we'll step aside as we come back for the bottom of inning number 6. 3-2, Cardinals lead here on the Hilltop. And we're back. It is the bottom of inning number 6 here at Benedetti Diamond at USF. Don's home to one of the best teams in the West Coast Conference, not only in baseball, but volleyball and basketball. Domination on the Hilltop is definitely something that USF prides itself with. Their basketball team did not lose a single regular season game at home, as St. Clair pumps in a swinging strike one. It's going to go, the count will go 1-1. Goes back-to-back high fastballs. New hitter for Bellarmine. It's a power guy. It is Tyler Romig in for Ollie McNamara. McNamara's day is retired after he walked and scored in the fourth. He struck out in the first. The pitch is swung on and driven the other way, and making a diving stop is the second baseman Longton over to first in time. What a play from Griffin Longton. Yeah. So St. Clair now goes to work. It is going to be a new batter, another one for the Bells. They're getting their reps in here. They still have another game to play. I believe it is Mason Hong at the plate now. Excuse me, misread his number. It is not Mason Hong. It is, in fact, Christian Camarillo. So Christian Camarillo at the plate now. And he hits a high grounder. Play is made by Bone on the run. He slings it to first. And now 2 down. Cardinals playing incredible defense. This is something they've prided themselves on with Coach Derek DeBenedetti. Now new hitter for Bellarmine. That one fouled straight back. Bellarmine playing under the name the College Park Bells this summer. That pitch is line deep. Fagata back on it. He is there, and he will make the catch, and the side is retired. That was Jasper Shee, who flew out to left field. And with that said, we will head to the top of inning number 7, as we'll see if this game will continue. Bellarmine, they are down by 1 when we come back here on the Hilltop. 3-2. 3-2 Cardinal Newman when we come back. And we're back, and the Cardinals have officially won this game 3-2. We head to the top of the 7th, which will be the last half inning. So with this being a sort of showcase game, it is more of a time for Bellarmine to work on their defense, especially with a game in the rafters coming on with Moreau Catholic. It's going to be Aiden Thistle to lead things off for the Cardinals. This is the last half inning. We will go until 2 o'clock. It'll be Thistle and then Legend Haile. Thistle coming in for Anthony Azevedo to start the 7th. Haile will come in for Jack Wedge. We'll see how the Cardinals utilize Thistle and Haile this year, as this is Thistle's first summer at bat. He takes a called strike. Thistle been balancing football and baseball Cardinals completing that pedigree of great coaching. Derek DeBenedetti in baseball, Travis Taylor in basketball, and now Frank McManus, the Shark, out of Mater Dei, coming to coach Newman football. So Newman has been dominant in all three of those sports, and they look to continue to be dominant, focused on every sport, achieving great things. Their lacrosse teams have been on it this year. They were incredible. They're looking for another great year, both returning some great players. Water polo teams looking to be dominant. I mean, you name a sport, Newman has been dominant in his Thistle grounds. This one up the middle, and it gets under the dive of the second baseman. And Aiden Thistle checks in with a single to start his summer. So, base hit for Aiden Thistle. And so now it'll be Legend Highley followed by Griffin Longton. Highley started this game on the mound, did not allow any runs in 3 innings. Jace Woolley will be given the win. Miles St. Clair will be given the save today, as this is the last half inning. So a 2-inning win for Jace Woolley, and a dominant 2-inning win at that, as that one is pumped in for a called strike to Highley. Lefty hitter, he batted as high as 350 last year for the for Cardinal Newman. That one is outside. 1-1 count now. 12 minutes left. We'll see how long this game, in fact, goes. Highley watches that one outside. The pitch. Nope, they will go over to first. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fun ride here at the University of San Francisco. I want to thank their coaching staff for being so hospitable for me to come down here and call a game. This has been on my bucket list for a while, and so I get to do it as Highley lines this one deep. Center fielder over on it. He will make the catch. This will return to first. One down now in the top half of inning number 7, and it'll now be Griffin Longton coming to the plate for the Cardinals. My grandfather, George Traverso, my nanu, he went here back in the 1960s when USF basketball was at its peak. 1955 and 1956 national champions. They've produced great talent. Casey Jones, and among one of them, the greatest, though, Bill Cartwright, another one. The greatest, though, has to be one of the greatest players of all time, definitely on a lot of people's Mount Rushmores of basketball. Bill Russell, 11-time NBA champion, 2-time national champion, domination here on the Hilltop. And a lot of people forget that the West Coast Conference is one of the most competitive conferences when it comes to basketball. You've got Gonzaga, you've got St. Mary's, you've got USF, and also with the addition of Oregon State and Washington State, they've been fantastic. And then you always have the wild card of Santa Clara. So the Bay Area has become a breadbasket of mid-major basketball and also some great mid-major baseball, too, with St. Mary's and Santa Clara, and also USF putting their name into the mix there. But Gonzaga, San Diego, this conference is very underrated. It is basically the Pac-12 of the group of 5. And if this conference still had football, I don't doubt it would be a very, very entertaining conference. Unfortunately, Gonzaga obviously leaving for the Pac-12 in 2026, so that will be devastating to this conference, as there is a strike called there, and that will be the game. Griffin Longton struck out, and that is it. The Cardinals win it 3-2. The win goes to Jace Woolley 2 innings of solid baseball for him. Miles St. Clair closes it out for the save. Warren Lamb picks up the loss for Bellarmine. But the Cardinals, they advance. They salvage the weekend. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie now. And they'll look forward to another great week of baseball up in Santa Rosa. Thanks for joining me. I've been Hugo Traverso here on the Hilltop. Drive safely. Have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. Adios.